So today we have a problem which is find the names of managers who manages more than 4 employees from the given dataset. So let me explain you this problem first. So we have a dataset called employee, and in this employee dataset we have employees details, and these employees detail are ID, name, department and employees manager ID. And in this table we have to find all the managers who are managing more than 4 employees. So if we look into this first row, this manager ID is null. That means John does not have any manager. Now again, if we look into second row, that is Bob, and Bob's manager ID is 1. And if we look into the third row, Olivia, his manager ID is again 1. If we look into the Emma, she does not have any manager. Now for this fifth row, Sophia, his manager is ID 1. For Mason, his manager ID is 4. For Ethan, his manager ID is 1. For Eva and Lucas, their manager is also 1. And for this last two record, which is Isabela and Hamper, their manager ID is 4. So now if we count the number of employees who are working under manager ID is 1, so we have 1 record, 2 record, 3 record, 4 record, 5 record and this 6 record. That means manager ID 1, employees working under them are 6. Now let's count number of employees working under manager ID 4. So we have 1 record, 2 record and 3 record. That means manager ID 4 has 3 employees working under them. So now let's find out who is this manager. His manager ID is 1. That means if we look into the employee ID 1, so employee ID 1 is John's. So we can say that this manager ID 1 is nothing but John. And if we try to find out who is this manager whose ID is 4, so if we look into the table again, then for this 4 ID, the name is Emma. So that means Emma is the manager. Now if we again look into our problem, then we have to find only those managers who are managing more than 4 employees. So out of these two managers, John is managing 6 employees. That is why we want this in our output. So if we look into our output table, so we have manager ID as 1, manager name as John, and number of employees he is managing is 6. So this is our problem. Now let's try to find out how we can solve this problem in query editor. Table which is employee, and in this employee table we have ID, name, department and manager ID. And also using insert query we are inserting some values to this table. So let's generate this table first. And now let's try to print this table. So you can see we have now values in our table. Now let's try to understand on how we can solve this problem. So now first let's try to get the count of employees who are working under managers. So we can do this with select a dot manager ID count of a dot manager ID, and we can name this as employees, and this is nothing but employees working under manager, count of employees working under manager from employee table as A. So let's first print this. So we also have to use group by, which is a dot manager ID. So now let's execute this. So now you can see we have manager ID and we have employees. That means, so if you can see this number is 1, and that means under this manager ID 1 there are 6 employees who are working under them, and similarly we have one more manager ID which is 4, and under them there are 3 employees working under them. So let's try to get the names of these managers now, and we can do this by left join. So we are using this in a subquery, and we are saying that select star from this entire query, and we are using left join on employee table as B, and for the above table we can name this as A, and we are joining based on A dot manager ID equal to B dot ID. Now let's execute this query. So you can see now we have manager ID and employees, and also we are getting some extra details, and from these extra details we just need the names. So now let's get the names. Instead of a star we can say that A dot star comma B dot name. Now let's execute this query. So now you can see we have manager ID and count of employees working under each manager, and also we have manager names. Now from this table we need only that data where the employees count are greater than 4. So we can use where condition, where, and we can say that A dot, which is this count employees, is greater than 4. So now let's execute this query again. So you can see now we have the final output, and in this final output we have manager ID, and this manager name is John, and he is managing 6 employees, which is more than 4. So this is how we can solve this problem. So going forward I will be posting few more questions related to SQL. So please like this video and subscribe my channel, that, and also please share this video with others as well, and this actually motivates me to make more videos. Thank you.